Hey guys, Albert Emmanuel here with a little disclaimer of how to use this channel or what this channel really is. As you see, there's tons of material already, more in German than in English. We started off as an international channel and we never were actually prepared to become a YouTube channel. It was always basically a channel of documenting the work and basically the career of the research of Alela-yoga, the body work, the body movement, the fusion, the crossover that I was creating since 2002, fusing the elements theater, performing arts, martial and yogic arts, spiritual and healing arts into one system, so that all my interests, all my all-round visions, and to a certain extent also expansions could kind of be channeled into a path that was constant, that was super important for me. It was mostly a work that kind of brought me into my center. It actually accompanied me through most of the time of my my performing artist career, my show producer career, the beginning of my healer, the martial arts instructor, and the tantric yogi until the Celtic druid. So there's, as you see already, this describes how versatile and how multi-interested I am. This is a huge blessing sometimes, but very often it's also quite a curse. People just don't know who I am. Sometimes I don't know it myself. This channel reflects that. There is a lot of different quality videos. Some are purely PR, some are basically just reflective. Most of them bear awesome ideas that are still yet to be proved. So what you see here is a laboratory. We are not yet looking for huge amounts of subscribers. I wouldn't mind, but I obviously do not have the energy to pull that magnet, also because my videos seem to be also quite overwhelming. My brain works when I'm just talking without a script in very associative. So while I'm speaking, new pensamientos, as the Spanish say, new thoughts come in. Some of them are actually quite good, and I dwell on them and sometimes just leave the path of what the topic really is. So back to the topic. This is a disclaimer of what you can expect in the content of this video. Most of the videos will be dealing about two aspects, that actually three, but two main aspects of the non-governmental organization, or actually the non-profit organization that is connected to the Alela-yoga body and mind school. And this is the focus on community building and health, ideally pain-free health in body and mind. Both topics have a direct connection to the Alela-yoga style, which has been shaped for quite some time, is centered around all these major columns that are already enlisted, and always tried to bring in the cross points, to focus on the cross points, on where these three columns kind of meet, where has ballet something to do with martial arts and something to do with physiotherapy. Yeah, where these three aspects meet, this is where I built Alela, the system. And it is a very flexible system. It is a work, a never-ending work in progress, but it is, I think, good enough to have to be presented. For that, I created the course. The course is just the movements. However, these movements and exercises are also used very often to facilitate the processes of community building, of partnership, mentoring, and of self-development, including a very spiritual aspect that is hooked also to the Celtic mysticism. We are very world open. We are in many places quite old school, in the sense that we love the old knowledge, but we want to bring it into a very everyday life, very modern way. We are open to cooperate also with conscious business, and everything you see, especially the videos where I'm talking like over half an hour, whoever will watch that, is basically me putting ideas together, just bringing it somewhere, and letting it also, you know, be there, so that if people really watch it and get an inspiration, there is already a benefit on the way. And many people who are working with me do get benefits out of them, although everybody says, Albert, you're just bringing too many topics into one video, and people, every topic is great, but it's just a little too much. So the plan is that we have that we create like a base of hummus, not hummus. Hummus is the wrong word in German. Humus is basically fertile soil, or the manure that actually will create the fertile soil. This actually would be humus in German. So basically the fallen leaves, the fallen needles that already create new soil. This is what all these videos are about. We are kind of putting in, we are just, you know, investing into quite a lot of content, basically brainstorming via video. And from there, we will be creating content that is constantly better and better, very possibly with a complete new channel. My wishes to the universe is that a YouTube team that already kind of has a professional attitude and already basically is ready to go, is just looking for content and wants to collaborate. And we'll be gladly giving that content in order to create a real good win-win situation for this project. They will have to somehow actually get to know me first. I mean, this will always be part of the Alela family, that the Alela family always kind of dwells on certain ethics that are now developed, and they will never be rigid, but they will constantly be refined, and some of them will have a certain solid ground. And people who can work with them, and they are mostly connected to health, well-being, and good communication, but definitely also to a certain amount fearless against our shadows, to a certain amount also fearless to also look behind taboos, and fearless to every now and then, even the biggest mentors, to say, look, this is me, in completely stripped naked, in my soul, in my very self. This is me in my wounded self, and I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm also ready to heal the wounds of the past. I'm really ready not to carry them all the time. Yeah, so back to the topic. The topic is here. This is how you use this channel. You browse through it. You don't take everything for, as we say in German, bare Münze, for absolute 100% real. Some of this research is yet a work in progress. Nothing of this is only connected to scientific studies. Some of it is, however. Most of it is lived experience. And one of the criterias in the Alela method is that before we kind of put something into a video, or actually publish something as an experience, we have at least tested it in 2 or 3 settings, or at least have checked that the principle that we think has a value, the content that we think has value, has a principle that you can see in different aspects of life. And then it becomes valuable, and then all it needs is a certain kind of a certain script, a certain professional cover, and then it will become and will rise like a phoenix. I'm quite sure. This is just the way it has always been. If I don't give up, things turn out really, really, really successful. However, my soul and my soul development always was a little bit of an up and down, and I'm going through different phases where I play different roles. Right now, the role is much more the one of the wanderer in the woods, the one who seeks his divine self. So very much an hermit who basically does his yoga 40 to 50% of the day. The rest of it is contemplation, meditation. There's a little bit of office work, yes, and there's time for these videos. But right now, especially in June 23, where we are, and here in La Palma, where we are also with our science, or I would say research, or our explorer module, going into what is my brightest version of myself, the one that really beams the most. Right now, this is really the priest, the druid, the one who talks to birds and to trees. Yeah, and we want to grow. We want to grow into the sun, literally. So when you go to that channel, know that it is, even though it started already in, I think, 2012 or something, so it has been around for some time. It now becomes, with the NPO, a clear path, and we're in the first year of really being in action. So in 2 or 3 years, the content will very possibly start repeating itself, but on a very high quality level. Right now, for you guys, it's the time to participate, to be part of it. Do not hesitate to contact us, even if you see that we are doing a lot of stuff in German. We are international. I'm in La Palma half of the year. I will be traveling more. Definitely also in the work of the NPO. We will be supporting communities. We will be helping people to go into community building. We have the vision of a federation where between hosts who own a permacultural property and people who come there to work, very similar to the woofing, we create values. We really create values that people know because they went through them in this academy, in this ashram. They went through their death, they went through their life, their rebirth, their whole focus on what is important in life. What do I want to give to my children? What do I want in a partner? What kind of partner do I want to become? All these topics are basically right now still offered completely for free. The people who really want more intensity then can go into extra coaching and into retreats. But many people can participate, and this channel will kind of summarize all the experiences. Everything that you bring in will be kind of going into these videos. Some of these slots here on this channel will also be open for you to actually record your own videos, as long as it is kind of aligned with the Alela ethical code. What this all is about and where it can go, you can see in the description below. In our thank you, there's the link to our Telegram group. This is where we always are very up to date with what we are doing. We are constantly offering trainings and research programs. We call them explorer programs, and for the next 2 years the videos will stay in a little bit of a chaotic manner as you see it right now, but wait and see until we are like really densening this vast knowledge into little gems, and are ready to actually show the world who we are. You could be part of this, so very welcome to our lab, to our little, not only research but also rehearsal. The show is yet to start, and we actually invest now in quite a bit of preparation, in which nothing needs to be perfect, and definitely not you guys. If you want to join, everybody is welcome. What we need is people with a certain heart, a certain dedication, and a certain interest in the topic well-being, biomedicinal things, yoga, martial arts, performing arts, arts in itself, and the dream of the new we. All the best. This was Albert Emanuel, and so you have an idea. See you soon in the channel.